Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan. Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Photo finish. My apologies. I was on location. The only problem is on location is a little bit later, so I had to get back to the studio. But welcome into the Braylon Edwards Show. Shep's not with us today. His condolences and our prayers are with him and his family. However, you know the guy to my left. His team's in it. My team's in it. So we're gonna have some fun talking about NCAA tournament. Anson Wells, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling a little guilty. I'm gonna take the heat today. I did not have my phone by me when you called. So this one's on me, buddy.
I was literally at the bank right there.
That's what I heard, man. I apologize.
But you know what? Hey, when the sun shines,
it's easy.
it's easy. When the sun shines, like legitimately, I'm up. What is this? Woodward. I'm up Woodward. Head to Square Lake Road. Boom, get the M59. Go all the way down to Amon-Ra, jump out, realize that's not where it's supposed to be. But the sun was out, so you jump back in the car, throw a little primo rice. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the bag was up. As it is,
hey.
God showed us favor today. So you know what, Kool-Aid, sweet potato can, we doing all right.
Let's go.
Hey, did you at least get some chicken tenders and Sam Adams from there?
Now see, I'm not gonna lie. I am a little disappointed that I didn't get a chance to get one of those bowls that I had last week.
The Power Bowl.
Now the volume is regulated. I put my headphones on. But those Power Bowls are really good. I was looking forward to it was like the chicken stir fry with vegetables. I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to getting my Samuel Adams cherry wheat. I was looking forward to getting that on. But you know what? Maybe that's not what I need.
You know, my favorite item at Art and Jake's, your best buddy Jeff was there. Very cool guy.
Shout out to Jeff
and
Martin.
He's looking
who I was talking to. Actually was planning on meeting Jeff.
Oh no!
at 3:30 at Sterling Heights. So shout out to Jeff.
Well,
he's a great dude.
He's looking at the massive Art and Jake's menu. He said, "Man, I don't know." And I was like, "Are you a meatloaf guy?" And he's like, I haven't had meatloaf in forever. I love Art and Jake's meatloaf. He got it. He was so happy that he did, man. I can't wait to get there tonight and smash some food. Michigan and Michigan State watch party.
Yeah, 1,000%. It's going to be a lot of fun for you guys, man. I hope everybody has a great time and is representing well. Woodward Sports will be in the building. Legitimately, it's right off M59, Mile Road, right off the freeway. You can't miss it. And it's catty-corner to the world's last LA Fitness. Now, I'm not blowing smoke. Like, I know who we're represented by. This isn't shade because of that. But when's the last time you seen LA Fitness?
They exist?
It's same. Like, I was pulling into the driveway. I said, LA Fitness.
Like 10 years ago, maybe.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot back then, but not so much.
The block was hot.
The block was hot.
The planet is hot now.
You know what? The planet is hot. But speaking of not hot, wasn't hot for Houston in Houston, man. Messed my bracket up. Shout out to the Big Ten. Shout out to the Big Ten, the GOAT. What are your first reactions to thinking about the Big Ten last night? Houston was upset by an inspired Illinois team. Obviously, Nebraska lost to Iowa, and then also Purdue was able to squeak one out in the end over Texas, who was in a play-in situation. Did really good, got to the Sweet 16. But the Big Ten is hot right now. 3 spots secured for the Big Ten in the Elite Eight thus far. What are your thoughts on last night, Anson, coming to you first?
Honestly, I really picked a lot of Big Ten teams this year. I really liked the way that they looked. When you see how tough Michigan is, just so big and skilled and athletic. But you saw a lot of teams in the Big Ten take them the distance. Maybe not win, but, Purdue locked them up. Wisconsin obviously got a W. Michigan State played them close. Illinois, there's so many good teams in this division, and I know we've watched them embarrass the Midwest for the last 10-plus years. But what they are doing right now is truly special. We might have a Big Ten champ in both football and basketball this year. No, excuse me, a national champ from the Big Ten, both in football and basketball this year. I'm going to do a little research to find out when the last time that was.
So you 100% Michigan's doing their thing this year, but this isn't about Michigan, man. Last night watching watching Iowa and what they were able to do, Sturts, Clough, get it going down the line, and then watching Purdue be able to make it happen in the end, because Texas had their number. Texas is swaying, the athleticism that you saw at the end. Thank God, Bocatitis for the fouling, if you will. But just looking at the Illinois team, man, like that Illinois team can play. You bring up a very good point, Anson. It's team. Like, that's what I've been watching when I'm watching this tournament. When I'm watching the Big Ten teams play, I'm watching team basketball. I'm watching half-court sets.
Yes.
I'm watching less ego. I'm watching
style.
I'm watching coaches that understand what to do. I'm watching coaches understand when to call timeouts, when to get their guys back going. I'm watching guys like Andrei Stojakovic. Woo! Yeah. And I'm watching him.
Remember his old man.
Oh, we know he wasn't. Shout out to the OGs as pops, because you see he was not wavered at any point in time. He didn't get up. He didn't get down. He watched it with stern
was just fire, bro.
But when you watch it, man, you're watching coaches that know how to coach the game, and know how to coach their players, and you're watching players that are playing as a team. When I was watching Illinois last night, what they were able to do to Houston, it wasn't about one particular guy. It was passes, it was sets, it was screens, back row, and everybody played their part. When the Big Ten is on fire right now, man, and Illinois is a dangerous squad. Shep, shout out to Shep. Shep asked yesterday, you see the board back there, we got to see what that board looks like after round one. But Shep made a point to say the game he was worried about would have been Illinois and Houston. He picked Illinois, I had Houston, and got a loss right there.
When you look at that Illinois game, it is the one that is the lowest scoring of the games that took place that day. They slowed that game down. Even though Houston took, 10, 12, 13 more shots than them, you still see Illinois get the dub. And they're right. They did it their way. Their offense was clicking, whereas they defensively put a vice grip on Houston.
So that's the part right there. Like, if you watch that game, and we'll get into the real talk of yesterday, and we know what that is, but just putting a bow on this real quick, and then we'll get into the Tigers. When you watch that game and it's 14-14 with 15 minutes, 32 seconds left, and then it's 14-14, 14 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half, you're like, this doesn't look good for Houston. And the reason why it didn't look good for Houston is because Houston has played great defense for the 8 years that Kelvin Sampson has been the head coach. But they play great defense, and then eventually they score. And then that's how it happens. But Illinois, what have they not been known for this year? That's why they struggle, is because of the defensive side of the ball. Most notably, we just talked about Peja Stojakovic's son, Andreas. They struggled. Nurkovic struggled as well. Mm-hmm. When they locked Houston up, once they scored those 7-point run, they went on a 7-0 run. It was 21-14. Anybody that knows basketball knows it was over.
Hey, bro, look, in a regular game, that's like a 20-point lead. That was over with the way that those two teams were playing defense. And you know what? No disrespect to them at all. Like Houston and Kelvin Sampson, I respect him. You're talking about basketball coaching genius, in my opinion. But just fell short to an Illinois team who we've seen peak a couple times in some big positions during the Big Ten season. And you're right. When I first saw that, I was like, man, Big Ten basketball. When the Big Ten shows up right, whether it's in basketball or football, you can even put hockey in that, it's over for any other conference that thinks that they have something to prove.
Yeah, looking at the board right now, I got to cross some things off. We'll get that together. We'll talk about Michigan. We'll talk about Michigan State. They have a big game tonight against UConn. Probably going to be one of the better games that you'll see in this tournament. But for right now, you know who we got to talk about. We got to talk about the Detroit Tigers and a much-anticipated arrival. A much-anticipated arrival of a one K-Mac. Kevin McGonigal last night, he goes 4 of 5 in his debut. First pitch, first swing, he slid. So a double. He scored 2 runs. He had 3 RBIs yesterday. This is what you wanted to see from the Tigers. This is what you wanted to see from K-Mac, who's like a mythological player right now. But getting into it, Anson, great win for the Tigers. What did you see?
Shout out to my boy Carl. He was at the Cincinnati Reds game in the bathroom shouting chat to text or talk to text. And by doing so, he created the nickname Mechanical. Because Mechanical McGonigal is a machine. Yeah. This guy is an on-base magnet, all right? If you watch what he did at all levels in the minors last year and over his short minors career, the guy just gets on base. The guy doesn't swing at bad pitches. The guy understands the zone. He loves to walk. He loves contact. But he's got some power as well. Oh, and did you guys see the, what do we call that? Generational speed that he beat out that little grounder to
I've been
first?
waiting to talk about that.
Yeah, so if you look on Twitter, they're talking about the speed that he made it to first base, and it is elite level, or as some here would like to say, generational. So shout out to Carl, mistakenly creating the nickname for this kid. First game, Mechanical. I mean, this guy is an absolute machine, Kool-Aid.
Hey, look, guys like him, and you know what? Dingler Bang, man, Dylan Dingler. This is what made me very, very optimistic with my Tigers kind of off-the-wall, 3 off-the-wall predictions. I believe that this offense is going to be tremendously better than last year and much more patient. And what I liked was at the beginning of the game, instead of starting off aggressive with the bats, McGonigal and Cole, these guys decided, you know what? Patience is the way. We saw these guys walking. We saw them being patient. We saw them waiting for their pitch. And when you can cause some issues with whoever's starting in that game, you give yourself a whole lot more opportunity as a lineup to go out later and be aggressive against the bullpen. And what did the Tigers do? They used the patience at the plate. That's what we want to see, the plate discipline. And they got their pitches, and they took advantage when they had runners on base. Obviously, it's game 1, but I'm going to get hyped for opening day win. And when you put up that many runs in a Scooble start, come on, man. All led by the guy that Braylon predicted in his 3 off-the-wall predictions, Kevin McGonigal, to be an all-star this year. And you know what? What a start for him. What a start.
Kevin Mechanical, baby. Let's go.
That's right.
Hey, realistically, like when I was making that particular pick with Shep yesterday, the other 2 were crazy and they were funny, but that one I actually felt good about. I think when you listen to Scott Harris has dropped a couple gems as it relates to Kevin McGonigal without saying his name. Said when he talked about batting, I think we got a guy that's going to help us out this year. I think we can pull from within. He dropped a lot of hints during spring training, not necessarily saying exactly what guy it is. When you watch K-Mac go out there, double, first play, smooth as silk, everything about him feels real. Everything about him feels big league. Everything about him feels as though maybe they were right in what they talked about. Now, we know it's game 1. But it's okay to be excited about a guy that's homegrown. And now you see him in game 1 and he goes 4 for 5. Like, when's the last time that happened in MLB?
1990 and 1989. Delino DeShields and Ken Griffey Jr.
There we go.
The kid, baby.
There we go. Now, we're not calling him Kid Griffey Jr., but we are calling him K. McGonigal.
Yeah, I don't mean to throw any shade Skip's way, but all you need is somebody that hits over 270, and you got a guy getting on base for the Tigers. But
what'd you call Kevin McGriffey? What?
McGriffey Mechanical, baby.
Okay, now, ladies and
gentlemen. This kid's going to hit 280 or better.
Yeah.
He might hit 290. His OBS is, I mean, this kid's going to be making those 800 numbers, might get into the 900 numbers. By year 3, year 4, we'll see what kind of power this kid has, but I'm not shocked if this kid ends up being a 25, even a 30 guy.
You talk about power, though, and it's like, the first 2 being doubles and one of them being off the top of the wall. I don't think he's too far off.
No.
And obviously, he's going to have to continue this when the league's pitchers start to adjust to his hot zones and his cold zones as well. But just everything you've seen from him thus far, you believe that he's going to make it. And I remember Shep said something that he was wondering what they were going to do. I believe it was with Kevin McGonigal, because he thought, man, if they bring him up, if he makes the roster later, if they bring him up later, they get longer control with him. But bringing him up right now, I think it definitely backs up what Bray is saying about Kevin McGonigal. Like, if he's that good, you know what? This is a guy that you need on your roster right now. Especially, I think that there's something to starting the season well. I really do. Man, this is dope.
You brought up Tarek Skubal, and you brought up getting hits on the Tarek Skubal start. That was good to see. Last night, the Detroit Tigers had 12 hits. Everybody got hits. Crazy if I told you everybody on the team except 2 people got a hit, you wouldn't have guessed it, that it was Carps and Green. But with that being said, it was good to see Tarek Skubal as well getting 2 runs batted in. Excuse me, not 2 runs, but Torkelson. What did you think and what did you feel about Tarek Skubal's start? 74 pitches, 6 Ks, gets the win. What do you think about Tarek Skubal's start?
I mean, it's exactly what he needed to do. Yeah. And when you look at Paul Skeens, clearly pitching in the WBC championship gave him arm fatigue. Sarcasm, guys. Really.
No, but to your point, you can go down that list of guys that played in the WBC that has struggled, whether it was Logan Webb, guys that have struggled in the first round. So it's okay to mention.
If I recall, he was about to get out unscathed, and there was a bad play in the 6th or 5th inning. Yeah. Am I correct?
Yes.
I forget who it was, what it was I was watching, but he was cruising, and then there was a bad play made in the field, and one little thing like that can unravel a nice outing. He did everything that we ask of him. Again, we are much deeper at this point, not only obviously with our pitching chaos, but we have legitimate starters at this point. Anybody that's hearkening back to the playoffs and insisting this guy make it through 6 innings and get to 7 innings, you haven't been paying attention to the skips, to what Federer wants to do, what our depth plan is, what our long-term goal for this season is, and that's to get all of these starters to the World Series.
Shout out to Dylan Dinger, who hit the Detroit Tigers' first home run.
You left an L out there.
Well, no, he hit a dinger, so I called him Dinger, not Dingler. But realistically, who was it that said he was going to have 20-20-20? Was that you, Cam?
No, I called that was El Mago.
It was El Mago. Shep jumped on. It was Shep. Shep said that Dingler would go up in a home run. So shout out to that for that good call. But that is a good thing. You want Tarek Scuba to not have to go as deep in these innings if you don't have to. And yesterday he didn't have to. The Tigers got bats on balls. They played really good. He looked good. And then once you got to a point, it's like, cool. You can exit this game. Everything is in the clear. You get your first win of the season. So kudos to the Tigers. Interested to see today. The Iron Horse takes the mound for the Detroit Tigers for the first time. Framber Valdez, who actually had a pretty good spring session, if you will. Excited to see what he's going to provide to the Tigers. Haven't necessarily paid a lot of attention to him, but I saw him in spring ball, and he was throwing some dimes.
He's one of my favorite pitchers.
What makes him one of your favorite pitchers?
I like his name. I like his moxie on the bump, should I say. I didn't see them doing that move. I kind of felt that he was going to go the old Brad Holmes bargain basement and get some slightly better Charlie Mortons, hopefully a lot better. That's gold. They struck absolute gold. I mean, Framber is the ace on over half the teams in the MLB. And when you stack him behind the 2-time Cy Young winner, obviously we've got some questions beyond that, but when you load up that 1-2, it just completely changes what Chris Federer has to do through a 162-game season. He doesn't have to dial up that pitching chaos. Pitching chaos, as fun as it is, I'm sorry. We talk about fatigue and many different things. Yeah. That's fatigue on a franchise and on a the dugout, man. Like, you're really asking a lot of those guys. You put a guy like Framber out who's going to get you 6 innings almost every single damn time? Yes, please.
Sweet Potato, let me ask you a question, man, because you speak for the fans, you speak for the chat, and I can give you that honor. Yeah, when you see the moves that have been made by Scott Harris, when you see the last 2 years, you make the playoffs, when you see the move with Framber Valdez, this means Scott Harris as well as Chris Illich are in line trying to provide talent, spend that money. They're the only team in our division to be in top 10 and spending this year. They spent some cheese. What is the narrative and what is the conversation about Scott Harris now? Because the narrative may have been a little bit different last season when we went on that last season, if you will. What's the thought of you, Scott Harris?
We're looking good. I mean, the fans have been calling for McGonigal for years now. So the hype is big and the hype is real for a reason. We were hoping the addition, though, on top of McGonigal to add a Max Clark or some other explosive.
Shout out to the Bling God himself.
Bat. And that's what the streets are saying, though. We're all excited, however, for opening day.
I'm excited to go to Toledo to catch a Mud Hens game before he's a Tiger. We should do that.
I got invited to go play in a softball game, a celebrity softball game at Toledo Mud Hens where they play their games at.
Yeah.
It's shout out to Chris Wormley. Chris Wormley, former Michigan.
Did you accept?
Of course. I love
you did? Okay, because you were like, I got an invite.
Well, it's fresh.
You didn't say I'm playing.
It's fresh. It happened yesterday, so I guess I'm accepting online.
Okay.
I guess I'm accepting
official.
on the show,
I love it.
If you will. But no, man, it was it's good to watch. Isn't it crazy when you ask a team to do something, they do something, and what you ask is that you help the franchise. What you ask is that you spend money to help yourselves get closer to the goal of yourselves as well as the city, which are World Series wins, which are Stanley Cup wins, which are Lombardi trophies being hoisted. So to watch them go out there, watch them bring their guy up and look like they did yesterday. It's game one, but don't act like the San Diego Padres have not been one of the elite teams in MLB for the past 6, 7, 8 years. So this is a good win.
I'm going to jump in here because the super chats are going wild.
Go crazy.
All right. First and foremost, I need everybody to smash that like button.
I just got here, so you go crazy.
Smash that like button. You guys have been throwing out some loot early. This is what I'm going to do for all of these 5 super chats. Sideless, you're in here a couple times. Everybody that super chat just now, I want you to email me, Anson@woodwardsports.com. I'm going to set you up for the Grand Slam Opening Day Festival on Friday next week. I will take care of as many tickets as you want. We're going to do a bunch more today on Friday. If I love your super chat, I'm going to get you. If I love your chat, I'm going to set you up with some tickets as well. So let's get through these. Sideless, starting things off. Did MSU and OSU win in the same year or no? According to AI, Bray, not one year has the Big Ten overlapped a national championship in both basketball and football. Maybe we can put an end to that this year. Charles.
Makes sense.
Bosnack, can we talk about the Sweet 16, please? I love my Tigers, but our colleges need to be front page today. So far, it's Tigers, Tigers, Tigers. I get it. And you will get plenty of NCAA and some Sweet 16. Dante on the other side of that $5 super chat. Why watch March Madness when you could watch Jelly Roll versus Kit Williams on WWE Friday Night SmackDown? Laugh out loud. Thank you, God, for AEW. Thank God for the Tigers. Sideless, and again, what I like and want to see is that we don't have to burn out our bullpen for a good start. Bam. Love that. If the bats can keep the pen fresh, look out. And then a big one, $20 from our friend J-Rod Sayers.
J-Rod, why you get the party?
Shout out GVSU Lady Lakers have advanced to the D2 championship again.
Let's go.
Shout out to head associate coach, his brother, Phil Sayers, East Detroit High, class of 98. Game is at 3 p.m. tomorrow on ESPN Plus, not the Ocho. Our dad passed last April,
right,
so this one will be special. Godspeed for your loss. Tell lots and lots of stories. Keep that man alive as much as you can. But please keep those super chats in. I'm probably going to reward a whole lot of you today with some tickets to the Grand Slam Fest next week.
That's the one thing about it, man. It's like as much as, when you dive into the Tigers, like Tigers did their thing. Tigers play again tonight, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is, of course. But he's right. Like Michigan State, they both play today. Duke is still in the tournament. A lot of blue bloods left. It's the most watched NCAA tournament of all time.
Really?
As of so far right now, it's the most watched NCAA tournament and all. It's the most watched tournament of all time. I was listening to KG and Neil Rule do some facts on here. They were talking about the window that was the VCU North Carolina game, as well as Michigan and Howard game, was the biggest and largest watch stretch of space or something like that. In
A 116?
Well,
wow.
It's all. It was
Michigan travels.
12.8 million.
Michigan's all over the country, though.
Not even that Michigan travels. You're right, but it's when you're one of the number 1 seeds and you're playing a HBCU and you're only up 2 at the
that
half,
makes sense.
And then VCU North Carolina. Obviously, when you got a chance to see a blue blood go down, and they did talk about North Carolina, I think that's where you get it. But
I bet those numbers came in strong at halftime. Like, what? I got to watch that.
1,000%. But I say that to say, they're right. Yeah, this bracket and this March Madness has been a lot of fun thus far.
I know we're creeping up on paying some bills. I know people want to talk NCAA, so why don't we do that, Bray? And let's get back, because I got a lot to talk hoops.
Okay. Hey, look, you can steer the ship. I told you, my mind was over there at Sterling Heights. And
you're on the east side still, baby.
100%, man.
That's where I usually
luckily, there was a spot right up front.
I saw you pulling it. Friday traveling,
man. Man, look, God is good, man. Look, let's pay some bills. Let me tell you about the fighter who can fight for you. His name is Ben Johnson, man. Look, whenever you have a situation, whenever you have something that you need to get a legal team involved in, make sure it is VNNfights.com. Also, check this out, man. Government, corporations, they'll try to withhold compensation from you. And when you do that, when they do that, make Ben Johnson your first call. VNNfights.com, that's how you reach them. Whether it's a settlement or a verdict, it doesn't matter. They're trial attorneys, but they want all the smoke. And that's what Ben Johnson Law is about. Partner up with who we partner up, and that's Ben Johnson Law.
What are you doing tonight? You should come to Sterling Heights, because we're going to be at Art and Jake's, the best place to watch an NCAA basketball game. And we've been blessed once again with a Michigan State back-to-back slate. So join us tonight. March Madness is here. Of course, the greatest team up that I recall, man, is Art and Jake's with Woodward Sports. We're doing it again tonight. Get on over there, grab your gear, get to Art and Jake's in Sterling Heights. It's on Hall Road, south side, just west of Mound. 80 TVs, man, the massive menu. You already heard us talk about the food, and they got all kinds of great drinks there as well. So come out and join us tonight at Art and Jake's.
Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut-rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's a ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill, it's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. With over 2,700 gyms nationwide. Look, it's the gym for you because they are everywhere. We are everywhere. We're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. There's no judgment. There's trainers on staff. And then there's also even squeaky clean gym and equipment to make sure that you feel safe and make sure that you feel comfortable. Whether you're just starting, whether you're maintaining, or whether you're trying to take your experience to the next level, come do it at Planet Fitness because we understand that your fitness is essential.
Not sure if you guys heard, but baseball's back. And the unofficial
Baseball's
Detroit,
back.
That's right. The unofficial Detroit holiday known as Opening Day is 1 week from today, Friday, April 3rd, downtown. And I'm really excited to tell you about the Grand Slam Fest. I've been doing this party with these guys for over 15 years. DJ Godfather, DJ Chrome, shout out. Listen, food trucks, heated tents, DJs, bars, activities, and Woodward Sports. We'll be broadcasting the morning show NBDE live, so get down there and join us.
Heavyweights running wild.
It starts early, guys, 9 a.m., 1526 Broadway Street. It's right next to the music theater or music hall. It is outside, but it's covered, nice and warm, great time. And what I'm going to do for you right now, the first 2 people to email me at Anson@woodwardsports.com, I'm setting you up with 2 free tickets. Get on it.
Sun Cruiser.
Ooh, I got more. That's right.
I was gonna say,
so excited about it. I forgot about the other part I'm excited about, which is the Sun Cruisers. Something we absolutely habitually smash here at Woodward Sports. Doesn't matter who you're talking to, we all love them. And it's because it's real vodka, it's real iced tea, there's no bubbles, 4.5%. Alcohol, only 100 calories. I mean, there's nothing better for tailgates, couch gates, not road trips. So drink responsibly, guys. Make sure you do it with Sun Cruiser.
Definitely drink responsibly. We are back, and just want to ask real quick. So, your birthday is coming up. Has your birthday always been synonymous with opening day or around opening day? Yeah, that's kind of dope.
And then I do my birthday party
Tuesday
over there on 8 Mile. You guys know, and that's always the day before opening day, almost every year. So it's tough back to back. That's for sure.
Yeah, you know, like. As a grown man, as an adult, like all you have to say is, it's on 8 Mile, and I think a guy can figure it out.
East side, the cheers of 8 Mile, if you will.
It's just the road for it in general. Like you start this way and go all the way down.
Hey, we talk about players here on sports.
This is true. Players don't always just wear helmets. I tell you that. What about you, Sweet Potato Cam? What's the holiday or what's the thing, the event that's synonymous with your b-day?
My birthday, back in the day, it was Michigan State football.
Also, like Halloween. Halloween.
That has since moved though to later in October. Now it's just full bore college football while the kickoff of NHL hockey.
Okay, shout out Kool-Aid. What about you, man? So far we have opening day. We got Halloween or the Michigan State football rivalry, football season.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, it's usually, training camp going on. Get around that Hall of Fame game. It's kind of, you can smell the football in the air. I am a Leo, born in August.
Okay,
Lion. So the only real holiday is my birthday in the month of August.
So that's why you cheer so hard for the Lions, man, because you are a Leo, if you will. And then me, I'm February 21st, so for me, it's always been the NBA All-Star game. That was always the thing. It's right there. I think that I actually went to a game on my birthday the year I got drafted. No. The game was on the 20th, and then my birthday was that Monday. But anyway, NBA All-Star game for me. Speaking of basketball, NCAA tournament, it heats back up today. Oh, yeah. 2 teams that play, University of Michigan Wolverines as well as Michigan State Spartans and others. Anson, let's go through your NCAA tournament. Just give us the works.
My bracket?
No, not the bracket. Just the conversation. Conversation for today.
I think the conversation has to come down to how many teams from the Big Ten are going to be in the Final Four, okay? Because we could be looking at all 4 teams, and that's really never happened.
Nobody's beating Illinois down in that bracket.
Now,
Illinois is going to the Final Four.
In 2000, either way, whoever wins that game is from the Big Ten. We know that.
That's true.
I believe in 2000 there was, 3 teams? Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Ohio State, or Indiana, I believe. Somebody have to fact check me on that, but first and foremost, the Big Ten, they've shut everybody's mouth right now, and that's fantastic. Obviously, Wisconsin hurt a lot of people's brackets, but anybody else that had other guys going far, you're being rewarded for that. But the one story right now is the all-Michigan final that is still on the table, okay? Because, it's going to be a great news week here at Woodward Sports, but I'm so curious what the state's going to feel like, what that whole week will feel like between your friends, between your family, between the people that text you every time your team loses, between the people you text every time their team loses. Can this state live through? Can they survive that week of a possible Michigan State matchup in the final?
I don't even know about the week. I think the week is survivable, barring neither team, not both teams make it. Or not both teams make it. If both teams make it to the final, and you're looking at a Monday night game that features the Michigan State Spartans as well as the Michigan Wolverines, I don't think the state will survive it. And the reason why is whoever loses that game, whoever loses that game has nothing to say for the rest of life. And especially
if it's the Spartans after you guys double up some natties this decade.
This would definitely be true, but like if it's Michigan, it's completely over. But if it's it is. But even if it's the Spartans, though, it'll be over if the Spartans do it as well. You know why? One, you will have 2 to our last one we won in 1989, and 2, you will have done it to us in the national championship game. That's not the regular season. That's not the Big Ten tournament.
Basketball
That's not a
primetime
game. It would be. It will 100% be yours forever.
I know y'all got football.
This is true. But it would be fun. Like I'd be all in for it. Do you want that to happen?
Hell yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that because last year, a lot of Michigan State people were like, I don't know if I want to play Michigan. I was like,
well, I mean, I don't want to play them. Don't get me wrong, man. Whatever the lowest seed that's still left over, give me Tennessee.
Okay,
I know they lost, right? But
that makes more sense.
Give me somebody that's low. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee and Purdue, yeah, they played last night.
What does State have to do, in your opinion, to get to that tournament? Because we've seen times where they play really well, whether it was the first round of this game, whether it was at times this season. I mean, they only lost 5 games at the end 6. You see Jeremy Fears, Cohen Carr, Kohler. Like they have the players, top heavy, but they have the players. What do they have to do, in your opinion, to be one of those teams in the last dance?
I'm so glad you asked this question because I was watching the Pistons last night, beating up on the
Shout
New
out
Orleans.
to the Pistons. Get a little
and
victory out
during
there.
the halftime, Chuck was talking about these NCAA teams. He was talking about the Pistons as well, and they was talking about teams that are great, and they have their own style of basketball. Style that they can exert their will onto the other team and make you play their style of basketball, and then you lost every time. The teams that are left, they have very specific styles of basketball. And the Spartans are no different. This is a team that wants to get you out of what you want to do. They want to challenge and defend the perimeter and limit your good-looking threes. And they want to dominate you with physical inside play. And we didn't see a lot of that as February was winding down. And there's always a conspiracy that Mr. Izzo loves to lose that first or second game in the Big Ten tournament, so he's got enough time to recuperate and plan for the tourney.
Especially if you already run the regular season.
Yeah, right. And regardless of what side of that argument or conspiracy you're on, the fact is this Spartan team found themselves going back to the tournament. They found themselves that first game. Spenny, when we were at Art and Jake's last week for that opening game, he's like, man, I can't remember the last time I could just take a second half off of a Spartan NCAA tournament game because we always let teams play with us. We always play down to them. And I haven't seen the Spartans exert their style of basketball on other teams night in and night out the way that these guys have these last 2 games. I think that they can, for 2 more, to get to the finals.
Jeremy Fears,
to the Final Four, should I say.
Jeremy Fears, an elite point guard.
Not a big fan, though.
That's fair, and it is definitely fair. But he had a really good year this year.
Stop flopping, bro.
I agree. I
hate that stuff.
Is it just a flop?
I mean, listen, dude. If you're kicking guys in the balls and you're doing stuff like that, I mean, you can't hammer LeBron for his conduct over the last 6 years and then give Jeremy Fears a pass. Sorry.
Yeah. That's fair. What say you, Kool-Aid, Michigan State? Watching those guys last week, I know you weren't on location with us, man, but you had a chance to dive in and watch some of that game. Spinny's right. They looked a lot better in the past. Michigan State's one of those teams that they're going to get to the Sweet 16, but they're going to take those games unnecessarily down to the wire. Not necessarily the case.
Look, man, Tom Izzo and his teams, they always seem to get better. They're almost like a fine wine. They get better in time. And there's like hard stances that he takes during the course of the season that he starts to loosen up on when he gets to tournament time, Big Ten tournament time. And his team is usually better for that pressure that he's applied all season. Now, it hasn't really resulted in championships that you've wanted to see, but I can't really, effectively doubt the game plan and the strategy. And what I'm expecting out of them is physicality. I'm expecting athleticism. And I'm expecting guys like Cohen Carr to go out there and continue on in the – like, he's kind of braggadocious, but I expect him to kind of take that to the next level in games like this. And more importantly, I think a guy like Jeremy Fears, the way that he plays, it's intense. Some would say sometimes it crosses the line, but he's one of those players that I'm like, man, dog, but if I had him in a jersey and go blue jersey, he's one of those players you absolutely love to have. And I think as long as he kind of keeps things in check but still brings that max intensity, I believe it's kind of be the way that the Spartans go in this tournament.
On the opposite side, University of Michigan Wolverines take on the Alabama Crimson Tide, and they are planning on getting rolled, if you will.
Take them to the
But just thinking
woodshed.
about it, we understand who Michigan is. Talk around that conversation. What does Michigan have to do to beat Alabama, who shoots the three ball particularly well? They live and die by the three, if you will. And also, Michigan lost to a team that live and die by the three ball. That would be a Wisconsin Badgers. So talk about Michigan. We understand Yaxel Linderborg, but what do they need to do to make sure they stay clean in this round of 16?
Another great question. I'm going to bring it back to what I told you could be the speed bump and the problem for this team. And that is a hot shooting team that takes them out of their style of play, and they attempt to shoot their way out of it from the perimeter. And if those shots aren't falling for Michigan against a team that's been shooting the ball as well as Alabama, they are in trouble. Again, this comes back to style of play. In my opinion, that is the most physically gifted, talented, long, smart, skilled squad in the NCAA right now. But at times, you see maybe even a lack of togetherness. Like, this team hasn't been together for 2, 3, 4 years. A lot of these guys are new to Ann Arbor. A lot of these guys are new to their teammates. When the tough gets going, we're going to see how tough they get. If Michigan stays physical, they don't fall in love with the three. Obviously, take them because you're a great outside shooting team. But if you fall behind, don't fall in love with that three. Remember how physically dominant you are as a basketball team and get back to that. Because you can do that both defensively and you can do that at the rim. That will get them by Alabama.
Yeah, 1,000% Kool-Aid. For me, it's going to be they're one of two teams that are in the top 10 in defense and offensive statistics for this year. They can score the basketball and they can defend. Amon-Ra has to be the key. Amon-Ra has to be the key. The SEC likes to play the athletic role. They like to play the athleticism as opposed to the old school traditional basketball. Get a ball to the big. Let him face the basket. Let him put his back to the basket. And he can do it with both hands. I think Amon-Ra and the defense, like Anson said, will be the key for Michigan, as I think they will cover tonight against Alabama Crimson.
What's the spread?
8.5, actually.
Ooh, it's a lot.
I expect this to be one where they get rolling. And you're right. I believe if
pun intended. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I wrote that one down actually.
Okay. Pat yourself on the back, man. Pat yourself on the back.
Well, look, man. I expect this to be one where the offense comes in confident, and so as long as the defense sticks to the game plan that you're talking about, coming out and intentional, saying, hey, look, we're going to get after it from the get-go and come out with aggression, I think they knock Alabama back on their heels. I really do. And from that standpoint, when you get a confident Yaxel, the offense just looks so easy. So easy.
How do you get Yaxel confident fast? Like, because we've seen him go games like the Howard game where it's 9 points. You see him go games like he did against
I think
Purdue.
It's the defense. You called it. That's what I'm saying. You get that defense going. You create some transition opportunities. You create some easy looks for him and for some of the others. It becomes one of those things where it's fun to look for that next shot. And that's the type of play that you see out of Yax, one of those rhythm guys, and one of those guys who, when he's kind of in that positive, more bouncy move from the beginning of the game, it could be a long night for whoever's trying to defend him. Straight up.
1,000%. Another thing is the different players, the unsung players that need to step up, players that have to make plays. We'll do one for Michigan State and Michigan, since we're already talking about Michigan. Who is the player that has to perform tonight outside of the obvious?
Well, you said the guy first. It's that
big
white boy in the middle, man.
There he is. Yeah. Lefty, righty.
And we've been having some arguments. Like, to me, you going to tell me that kid doesn't have pro NBA basketball in his future? I'm sorry. Guy's too skilled. I think that he's been poorly used, to be quite honest with you, by Ann Arbor. I think that they are realizing that that's their X factor to get 6 wins in March, well, and a couple in April too. I think that he is absolutely the guy that has to have not a dominant game, but a clean game.
Okay, that's fair. I know. Look, he is a skilled individual. The more and more I watch him, I'm trying to see what you guys are saying. I still don't think he has enough athleticism. But with that being said, I could be wrong. And trust me, he's a Michigan guy, so I would gladly be wrong. Sweet Potato, who is it for you? Who's the guy from Michigan outside of Linderborg that has to play for you? Is it Amon-Ra? Is it someone else?
I feel like it's going to be Mo Johnson.
Hey, that's a good one right
I like
there.
Mo Johnson.
Yeah.
Bama can have the perimeter, but let us own.
Is he a permanent pause?
That was pretty
His
good.
name?
That was pretty good. Especially how Cam said it. He was like, give me Mo Johnson. I apologize. Blame Answer for that.
Junior. Mo Johnson Jr. for Anson.
There you go.
Had a little clarity right there. Mo Johnson Jr. Oh, that's a good one, man. Picked him up from Illinois. Speaking of the Fighting Illini, no, he's been good. In those games where you've seen Yaks when he's not scoring 26, 27, Johnson is the guy that typically picks up the slack in that. So that's not a bad one as well. Kool-Aid, running to you real quick.
Yeah. You know what? Can we get some 3-point shooting from Namari Burnett? You know, you look at the game against St. Louis. When you talk about Yaks not really having the shot going, can you get some outside shooting going out of him?
Yeah.
Can I get a pronunciation clarification? Because you guys have a guy on your team named Shitter.
Cheddar.
Oh, my
Almost
bad.
like
Cheddar,
like
like the
close to
cheese.
cheddar.
My bad.
Yeah, you tried.
That's okay,
Come
Sparty.
on.
Dude, when you look at that, though, come on. What do you see? Shitter.
No.
Cheddar.
Shitter.
Now we see. I have money in the mind, so I see cheddar.
In what language? I see the money man with his boy Shutter.
Yeah.
His boy Shutter, if you will. Switching to Michigan State on the Michigan State side, who doesn't have a Shutter, if you will. For me, I'll start. I picked Amon-Ra for the University of Michigan. I think it's Jeremy Fears. And I don't want to hang low-hanging fruit because he's the guy, but I need him to be the guy. You see a lot of deferring right now. He's getting guys involved. He's having assists. I think he had over 12 assists in game one. But I want him to be the guy. I need him to go out there and get them rolling. This UConn team is a damn good team. This is a team that could have had a 1 seed, and we know how their last couple games played out. But go be that guy. Go take it from them, and then allow Cooper and Kohler and Carr to respond off of you. For me, I think the guy has to be the guy tonight.
I mean, certainly. I'm going to go a different route because if Fears doesn't show up, the Spartans go home. That's the way this team's built, flat out. He doesn't have to have a huge game, but again, like I said with Amon-Ra, he has to play a clean game for me. It comes down to the bigs. I know that guard play, they say, is what wins NCAA tournaments, but when you look at Kohler and Coop, these are two guys that can dominate a game physically. The points in the paint for a team that doesn't shoot the 3-ball very well, something that they got to focus on. Kohler's my guy for this one. Coop already had his big game. If Kohler can bring that just brutish physicality that he likes to bring, but can also hit a couple of threes in this game, I think that's key for them.
Yeah, 100%. I like him. It makes a lot of sense. He did have a big game talking about Cooper. Maybe he'll have another one. Maybe
yes,
we'll
please.
see another one. But more and more tournament talk. Also, we do have some NFL talk. The situation as it relates to the Detroit Lions is starting to develop more and more. I already said that I wanted to draft a DB and that we needed a DB. Well, with the situation really looming right now, we might really need a DB. We'll get more to you on that. But first, let's pay some bills, as they say. Check this out. My guy, Nabi Saad at a state title. See, look, they like to make things smooth, convenient. They like to make it simple. Let them be the guys. 20-plus years of experience in this game. They know a thing or two. The expertise is there. The smoothness is there. The simplicity is there. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. If you're trying to buy a home, if you're trying to refinance, they are the team for you. They are the group for you. They want to make things easy. That's why they also have nighttime as well as weekend closings, and they will even come to you. They will even pull up on your location. You drop the pin, and they'll close the deal where that pin is. Nabi Saad and his team at the state's title agency, they just put the best in best.
Busted bracket got you down? Don't worry, because Woodward Sports has teamed up with Pure Psychiatry to provide you a personalized psychiatric plan that is designed specifically for you. Because, guys, we know it's tough to talk about real life. The sports stuff, this stuff, it's real easy. But Pure Psychiatry, they want to make it accessible, easy, and comfortable for you. They're doing that by not only having 16 locations in Michigan and 2 down in Ohio, but again, they are creating a package and treatment specifically for you. So if you've been thinking about taking that next step, we urge you to do so. You can do that by visiting them at PurePsychMI.com.
I hate to tell you energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you will. We got Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Scooble start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports. Woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Massive Michigan Sports Day, and if you haven't gotten that Caesars Sportsbook app today, or that app yet, today is the day. Why? Because you can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that back. It sounds so flippin' loco, but all you gotta do is scan the QR code, enter the code Woodward1000. And if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your deposit back up to $1,000. You heard that right. One whole stack back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet, $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000 or scan the QR code on the screen. And it is time to dump those sugary energy drinks, y'all. It's time to level up with Thrive Energy Pouches, made right here in the US of A. Thrive doesn't only deliver fast-acting energy, but it delivers elite cognitive focus using all-natural caffeine. The best part, all clean, all energy, all natural, zero sugar, zero crash. Grab Thrive Energy in wintergreen, peach, peppermint, cinnamon. Try them all. Scan the QR code on your screen right now or go to dipstop.com. Grab that tin, promo code WSN at checkout to get 50% off. Seriously, y'all, they just effing work.
The $5 beer still exists. I know you haven't seen it, but it does. It still exists. And that beer is Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. You can get it for only $5 on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at any Art and Jake's location. Listen, there's no better beer for this time of year. NCAA bracket time means you need Sam Adams Cherry Wheat in your hand. You need some of that real Michigan cherry in your hand, smooth enough to sip all game long, win or lose. Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Please drink responsibly.
And we back.
And we are back. Welcome back into the Braylon Network Show with Anson today. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's a beautiful Friday out there. You guys don't have to be listening to us, but you're choosing to. So we choose to acknowledge that and say we appreciate you. I know I teased about the Detroit Lions, so let's just jump into that. Defensive back Terry Arnold. You remember February 2026, Terry Arnold reported major theft at a rental property he owned in Florida.
Can I sneak this one in? This one was loaded up.
Go ahead.
This is a parlay that was sent in, I believe, in the super chat. This is all today. This is all Michigan, Detroit. And I think those are all wins. That's a hell of a parlay right there, gentlemen.
That's not bad. That's not bad. This is a 6-leg parlay, and as you see, it features all state of Michigan teams.
Michigan Madness.
This is actually pretty dope. You see, you got Michigan State there, Western Michigan Broncos.
Plus 1732.
That's not bad, man. Jump on that if you guys you want. The Bentley Falcons.
Remember,
that's hockey?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And remember, guys, use that WSN 1000. You can bet up to $1,000 and get a match back if you don't hit.
Get that app, y'all.
That's right.
Get that app. As I was saying in the story, you kind of remember Arnold reported a major theft at a rental property that he owned back in Florida. This was in February 14. He told police that approximately $100,000 in cash, as well as an $80,000 necklace, designer bags, and an NFL-issued cell phone were stolen. Arnold reportedly suspected his private driver was involved. Okay, now this happens. He made a police report. This is what happened. Now, since that time, a plan was hatched. And Kool-Aid, we can go into some of the details of that. The plan was hatched. The plan was alleged that Arnold's associates lured the suspect thieves to an apartment under the guise of a social hangout. It kind of sounds like O.J. Simpson's situation in Las Vegas, very eerily similar. Once there, the victims were allegedly held at gunpoint, beaten, and robbed in an attempt to recover Arnold's stolen goods. The connection. While Terrian was not present during the actual assault, records suggest he had flown out of town that morning. His name appears in multiple times in co-defendant's text message, but just his name, not his number. He was not in the group text.
Important.
That's very important because that's called conspiracy. That's called co-conspirator. So if he's not in it,
and it's plausible deniability for him at this point.
What? They got my stuff.
People
back.
talk about my name all the time.
I didn't know they got my stuff back. Wasn't my plan.
We're talking about him now too.
Wasn't my plan, but right now, current status, no charges as of now. Terrian has not been charged with any crime. And then Brad Holmes and the team are obviously very aware about it. And Brad Holmes, his comments were, "We are aware of everything, though." He described it as a pessimistic planner regarding the potential of the outcomes. Kool-Aid, where are you with this scenario? And is this deja vu as it relates to the position of defensive back for the Detroit Lions?
Bro,
he's mad.
Are we
cursed?
Like somebody help me understand. I feel like Patricia and Quinn cursed us when they disrespected Slay and Quandre D.
Way before that.
No, I'm not.
Because all the other curses have gone away. Why is the secondary so? Hold
on. What curses have gone away?
Yeah, for real.
The winning a playoff game curse. All right, well that wasn't as long. That was like that's
1 year.
Yeah. Well, if you start,
hey, you got even answer saying it's just 1 year.
I would say, as it relates to the DB position, just hold off. Because in the entirety of my life, the Lions have never been solid at the defensive back. Realistically, like in the annals of the Detroit Lions, you maybe have Lynn Barney, you got Benny Blades,
Dick Night Train Lane.
You got to go way back to the '60s for that one. Dick Night
Ray
Train
Crockett, one of my favorites, but not an
He's
all-star
a favorite, but he wasn't his best here though.
Oh. William White. I liked him. He was solid.
3. So Darius Slay, will you add him to this list?
No.
Okay, so which is crazy because he's got 2 All-Pro.
Not here though.
This is true. He got him in Eagles because somebody got rid of him. So that's
not
3.
Here.
So that's 3. That's 3 safety DBs.
I'm gonna go with 5.
Crazy,
is Dre? Are you adding Dre Bly to that?
Ooh, Dre's hard to leave out of there.
Barman 2001.
When we got him though, he wasn't.
He was on that. He was right at the edge of his athleticism and his true ability, and then it fell off quickly. Because he was never a fast DB.
There's only 2 other guys that I would put in with those 3 names, and they play for the Detroit Lions currently.
And that would be Kirby, and that would be Branch.
Yes, sir.
So that goes back to Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, that wasn't Patricia or Quintricia, whatever iteration.
That goes a little bit
way
deeper.
Back. It goes way back, man.
I can accept that.
Where are you with this case right now? Is this a situation? Because we already knew we needed the DB position. DB last year, Terrian Arnold, when healthy, wasn't necessarily the best at that position, and neither was his counterpart, DJ Reed. So we were already kind of eyeing that position.
Yeah.
And now with this news, what does that do to your thought process?
It's tough because you see a guy who you have a lot of hopes for, but and you say we like the steps he took, but we obviously know there's more steps we want to see out of him. When you look at a guy like Jamison Williams, we said we don't even want the smallest of noise going on in his atmosphere. We want him focused on football. And so when you see in Terrian Arnold's circle, we see on the outward podcasts and other things he's doing. And we don't want to pocket watch or job watch, but obviously if he's a Detroit Lion, you want that to be the first priority. And getting better and not having regressions as a team on the docket. And so from those perspectives, when you then hear these other components, it's not just within the game of football, where you really want all of his focus to be not just off the field talking about a podcast, but now you see other business ventures and even other groups of people that can effectively change his trajectory and affect what he can do for the Detroit Lions and even his own life and the people he's supposed to take care of. So from that perspective, I don't really want to hear this noise. No matter, like, even if he gets charged or not, having this around a couple years after another member of the secondary got caught up in some legal stuff, it's just not a good look, in my opinion.
Is Matt Patricia responsible for Enos Rakestraw as well?
It's the curse of it, man.
It's the curse.
Bring back Quandre Diggs and Slay right now.
Jeff Okudah. Oh, sorry.
That's how a square in this world.
No,
you call it hood shit. You can call it man shit. Either way, retribution is real.
In the real world, you're like,
but
fair is fair. But I get that.
But the thing is, you no longer have to operate in that world. Like, this is all speculative. So this is a conversation about the speculative. Like,
allegedly.
Okay, alleged. I like that word. But you can operate in a different way. Like, go get your attorney. Go get the authority.
Sure, but
go get an investigator.
What this is about is completely cutting your friends off as you become a professional.
Oh.
Because he could have had nothing to do with this, and hopefully we find out that he had zero to do with
Is this
it.
an Alabama
and his
thing?
boys just, let's ride.
Yeah.
I've been there for my boys. Same. They didn't know. Let's ride. You know? My thing, I gotta bring it back to this, because
you do realize
I got no issue.
There's insurance. There's insurance. Like, I trust me. I played in the league. I was drafted in the first round, and I understand what comes at. We buy a lot of dumb shit, and part of it is jewelry. You buy jewelry, you buy the necklace, you buy the chain, you buy the earrings, you buy the watch, you diamond on, you put the ice in the bezel. But you put insurance on.
There you go.
And
you put insurance on. That's the first thing my mom did. She said, "Why are you buying this dumb stuff? But since you're gonna buy it, this is what we're gonna do."
So are they teaching that now in the rookie camp? Like
they're teaching them way more now with the money and the access to the money they have in the financial literacy classes that they have more available to them now that they have NIL and things like that in college. They're teaching them way more than us. I got lucky because I had 4 great parents.
I think the thing that worries me is it's the fact that it's still lingering.
Yeah.
And if you have made the hard cutoff of your amateur life, and whatever that entails, whatever groups you ran with, and you cut that off to start your new professional life, like you said, you call a lawyer, this should all be easily handled. I got to bring this back to Max Crosby. How did this stop us from trading for Max Crosby? Okay, because that's what they said. That's what they leaked. They said that the Terrion thing, we were about to get him. My question is that cap? Is that just from the...
Hold on. Are you telling me now that Brad Holmes acted like one of Terrion's friends too? It just... Because think about what you're implicating right now, because it is wild that his name got dropped as the reason why the Max Crosby deal had to be put on hold. And then his name is getting dropped by his friends as to this burglary that we can't say that he knew about.
Keep my name out your mouth.
But everybody's putting his name in their mouths with these situations. And that's why I said, look, I like these steps that Jameson Williams took. People who are in the chat, I see it. Mike Worry, so far there's no evidence against TA, $2 super chat. But his name is brought up. It is his friends. It is his belongings. It's a little subjective how you say evidence. Or is, I think in that term legally, he's not charged right now as the investigation goes on. We hope it stays that way. But like even with J-Mo, he wasn't charged in that little kerfuffle that, one of the media networks here wanted to highlight, but it still was noise. And what did people say? Oh, this is what you get with him and blah, blah, blah. No, he turned that down and turned it down even more, focused on football and got better. And that's all I really want to see out of Terrion. I hope he continues to keep his name clear through this situation. And it was like you said, Anthony, because I think, and Bray, we've all been there, and Cam, where you roll for your homies. Man, I hope moms don't find out about this type of stuff. But it's like, you got to do it. Even if you think you're going to get your block knocked off, we've all been there at some point in time. So I get that. But when you got a whole lot riding on you, when you're tearing out, I know Bray could probably speak to this even more. I've heard you talk about it before. There's a lot of people who probably depend on him and his family and in his circle. You got to be a little bit more wise in that. And we do got up there what his lawyer said as well.
I'll read it off here. I can read it off. His expectation is he's not going to be charged. Jansen told Burkett he hasn't charged. Let me just read it off this. Jesus Christ. He hasn't been charged, and I haven't seen these text messages. But they obviously have them, and they haven't charged him. The fact that he knows some of these people is hardly evidence he committed a crime, and we believe he's not going to be charged. This is good. I mean, this is what all attorneys say, so I appreciate that comment. But it doesn't seem like there's
legalese.
It doesn't seem like there's more there. The question is Airbnb, why $100,000 in cash? I mean, the necklace is a part of the life, so I'm not worried about the necklace. $100K in cash. What were you doing with $100K in cash? Blah blah blah. But realistically, this happens. You have boys like you said that will ride for you. What? They ran up in here and they did what, man? Don't worry about this, man. Look, Slim, you go back home. We're going to make something shake. Now, why I would urge Terrian moving forward is when you have that conversation, because I've had cats have that conversation for me. You understand people in the city? 1,000%. So I had these conversations. But next time you have those conversations, I don't need you to make it shake.
You know what we should be thankful for?
That becomes the next conversation.
All in the text.
In this. Yeah, 100%.
I'm just what?
Use a code name. Like, why is his name Terrian Arnold?
Ron Mexico, damn it!
In all caps.
Ron Mexico, let's go.
Like, especially when you're talking about a situation where you're about to go do something that is on the other side of the line. You better start calling him AT.
You know what we can be thankful for in this situation?
Yeah.
What up, though?
It wasn't J-Mo.
Yes.
Yeah, J-Mo's like, shoot, I got paid.
He's been a good boy. We haven't heard anything bad about him for about a year and a half, man.
J-Mo said $28 million.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Cheers. But
that's hilarious.
But that's the latest on the situation, man. Nobody's been charged yet. We don't believe Terrian Arnold will be charged.
One last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do Lions fans react to Terrian when he returns, assuming he does? Because it's not their favorite, Mr. P.I., now you've got this. Then you have your franchise add in. We don't have Max Crosby because our boy's fucking around down south. So how will Lions fans embrace the return of Terrian Arnold? I hope he embraces about 5 picks this year, make it a lot easier.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any embrace from the Lions fans. Unfortunately, the Lions fans will look at what his production was on the field, which wasn't much. They'll look at this situation, whether it's his fault or not, and they'll compile it kind of like they did J-Mo until J-Mo took off.
Fair.
And now the city of Detroit, who do they love? Who's there? You can argue that Waymo is the favorite Lion. It is not Jameer Gibbs. It is not St. Brown. It is not Aiden or Jack. Waymo.
You ain't lying.
Waymo might be the most the favorite, but I think that's the next step. You get one. Like Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell will be there for their guys.
But is there something to that? I think you're talking because when we look at J-Mo, we look at the steps that he took both on the field and off the field. We heard now he's, more increased workouts with Jared Goff in the offseason, more increased workouts with other wide receivers in the offseason, turning down the noise, getting out to the city and supporting the kids, and really just ball his life. And that's what you see from him. Didn't get too up or too down with what the targets were for him, but he just focused on football. And I know when Terrian Arnold, when they announced that podcast, there were a lot of people who were like, bro, for now, can you just focus on football? Just because you're learning this game right now, and it's one of the toughest positions in all of football, and you're matching up with some of the most skilled people that play this game.
This is what happens. Okay, we'll talk about Terrian and we'll talk about J-Mo, and I'll put them in the same bubble for this conversation. When you're one of the best. When you're one of the best schools, you're one of the best players, and you got go like that, and now you make a little bit of money. Nick Saban don't let you go nowhere. Like when you're in college playing for Nick Saban, especially before the boom with the NIL and transport and all that stuff, like you are hunkered down in Tuscaloosa. Your life is college. Your life is class. Maybe in SEC, I don't know. That's a joke. But your life is football. Your life is the building. Your life is practice. Your life is the other guys on your team. That's all you're doing. You don't have freedom. You don't have free time. But then when you get drafted in the first round, Terrian Arnold. When you get drafted in the first round, J-Mo. Now you come to a big city. Now you have more time. You don't have to be in Detroit all the time. Like there's a bunch of time from January to April. You can do what the hell you want to do. And then from June till July 25th, I'm making up a day. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Bye week, you can fly down here if you want to do these things. You have more time. You have more free space. You have more what? You have more money. So you're still approaching situations from that immature mind because you're still immature. And I speak from experience. Like I wasn't mature when I first got drafted. I'm figuring it out now. But this is what happens when you have more time. You have more freedom, you have more money, and you still have your boys that have been riding for you since you were in high school, since you were in middle school, some that are related to you. So it takes you a second. It may take that instance for you to be like, you know what? Man, I can't do this anymore. You know what? This is what comes with this. You know what? So I think Terrian is in that space. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think he was robbed. I think his boys went and got his stuff back.
Yeah,
they went about it a certain way and had his back. But this is a lesson instilled for Terrian. You know what? This isn't Tuscaloosa. I got way too much free time. I need to dial into this. Just like J-Mo. J-Mo got paid because he was able to.
Yeah, you know his boys gave him a call right after they got that shit. He's
100%.
like, no, I don't know who this is.
Who? What? What are we talking about?
But so what you're saying as a former player, I think that us, average Joes can relate to all of it but one thing. When you leave college, the whole world is brand new. Like, you've had this support system. You lived at your parents' house. You lived in the dorms. You lived on campus. You had the cafeteria. You had your food. You didn't have to worry about all these different things. But then you get into the absolute real world. And not only that real freedom comes, but then you add in legitimate money. And I'm sorry, I mean, like, you can look at some of the best people from some of the best backgrounds, brought up by the best people, and you still have some people in your life that can make a decision without you that can impact you in real life and in sports. It's just magnified so much bigger when you're in sports.
Yeah, also too, man, a lot of times like people that aren't in their life, people that don't understand their life, people that don't play pro ball, people that don't get drafted in the first round at 19, 20, 21 years old, they don't understand the other side of it. For most individuals, they go to college. Well, not most. The individuals that go to college, what happens after college? You don't just jump into the real world. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of struggle, figuring it out, still being an idiot, still doing dumb stuff, but it's true. Still trying to figure it out till you're 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and then you figure it out and you got that run. But all that BS that you did from 22 to 34, see, nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are. Nobody's looking for your videos. Nobody's paying attention to the pictures
under
and the
radar,
story.
baby.
You're under the radar. Unfortunately for athletes or entertainers, whatever, when you hit that dotted line, like, you're still immature, but here's a bunch of money. And now you got to figure out at 22. I'm still the same immature cat at 22 that I was, a couple days before I got paid?
You're on everyone's radar in your
100%.
most exposed decade.
And you don't even understand
like
that
teens,
at the
you at
time.
least got your parents, but in your 20s, you're so on your own, man. And like that, I love the way you put that because like I made a lot of dumb things happen in my 20s and 30s, and But when you actually look at it, man, it's like you don't have that worry as a normal person. You can make those mistakes and grow, fail forward from it. I feel bad because you make a big mistake and the world stage for sports, and you're typecast forever, man. You are Dwight from The Office for the rest of your life.
Man, check this out. Here's a story I tell. I've never told this story out loud. I legitimately was. This was my second year in the league, so I'd have been 23. I was back home, off season, kicking it. We went out one night, blah blah blah. I mean, I told him, boy, pull over, man. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom bad. All right, bet. Pull over.
The outdoor bathroom.
The outdoor bathroom, right. Yeah, I'm peeing on a tree.
The outhouse.
Right, the outhouse. Peeing on a tree, not thinking much of it. Cop rolled
What city?
Up. I'm not putting the business on. Cop rolled up. Cop hit the lights. Cop's asking questions.
Flick.
Cop had a conversation with me. Luckily, thank God.
He's Wolverine.
Thank God he was a Wolverine. But the conversation wasn't like a Wolverine conversation like, oh my God, I remember the Michigan State game. The conversation was, he said, what are you doing out here? I was like, man, I had to use the bathroom. He was like, well, look across the street. I was like, okay. He said, do you know the distance and proximity to that? Do you know what we could charge you for? Because that's across the street?
It's a list you don't want to be on, Ray.
Thank you. He was like, do you know how? I was like, I'm not even. Like, so legitimately at 23, I'm not thinking anything. I'm just thinking that I'm a 23-year-old.
I gotta relieve myself.
Relieving myself to then go do what we're going to do. I legitimately was across the street from you know what.
Man, you'd have been relieving yourself in a cell real soon.
And that whole conversation, but that's the type of stuff. But at 23, they would have been checking for me. They would have been checking for me because I'm a draft pick. I play for the Cleveland Browns. I'm this, I'm that. Let's ruin his life.
Target.
All for a mistake.
Target.
So I say that to say you just never know, man. But when you're
that's real.
Yeah.
Stay up, Terrion.
100%.
Stay up.
Stay up. Look, speaking of stay up, man, look, we're going to stay up with you guys for a little bit longer, man. We'll pay some bills, come back, get back on track. Where you want to go with this from here? We got the Terry on a little bit. Did we go back to the tournament? Yeah.
That's a great question. Let's hear from the chat. What do you guys want to hear about?
Yeah, chat. What do you guys want to talk about? We'll make the show about you, which it should be.
Tyrion was fun, though. I'm not going to lie.
It was. It got me to a whole story that I can't
I was supposed to leave that one back there.
I know I was, right? Sorry. Yeah, here we go.
I did tell everybody about how I peed on my buddy's floor not that long ago, so you're okay, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Attention sports fans, don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. You know our guy. You know we had him on yesterday. Talk about getting the guys back. What is it going to take? What do the injuries look like? How long will you be out? But on the other side, he's also the guy that can get you right. He's also the guy that can get your body back to feeling like it should be. What do you want to do? Whatever it is, Doc got you. Do you want to work out at Planet Fitness and make sure you're at optimum peak shape? Well, Doc can make sure that you're locked and loaded for that. Or the golf season is around the corner. I would have played today if it was about 15 more degrees. I would have been out there, but it's not about a diagnosis. It's about the right diagnosis. And when you come to Michigan Sports and Spine, that's what Dr. Jeff Pierce and his team will give you.
Hey, I already mentioned the Detroit unofficial holiday coming up next Friday. We call it opening day. Told you where you're going to start your day off. Of course, that's the Grand Slam Festival. Then, once the game starts, head on over to Buddy's Pizza downtown. Join our baseball elite as they have the watch party over there. Going to be a pretty cool squad that we've got over there. Again, 1 o'clock, Buddy's Pizza downtown. Get that slice of pizza, that original Detroit-style deep dish, the best in the land. In fact, it's been taking over the whole country, that Detroit deep dish. Friday, April 3rd, Detroit baseball is back. Come and celebrate with us at Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Sports. Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Hold up. Show
Bye, y'all.
Michigan Sports.
You know what time it is?
Hall of Fame, better recognize.
Hey, look, man.
Ooh, you got some goodies over here, huh?
Look, I put that work in on the field. You know what time it is, but that's besides the point. This is about family. This is about the city. This is about my team, and my team includes Woodward Sports. Oh, my God. I got my boy Brandon Dent in the building. KG over there, man.
Sir.
Same show. This is just a blessing to be here, man. Blessing to be with my fan. Yo, Woodward Sports, you never know what the F is going on, but it's always going to be good, though. Tell you.
Let's go.
Tell you.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. The Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Scooble start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports.
All right, now there was a little bit of mix-up earlier today. This is Black Rock Bar and Grill.
Shout out, Maz.
Shout out to my boy Tom Maz. But you know what? Players mess up.
Heavy R. Emphasize that R.
Players do mess up. But look, it's Black Rock Bar and Grill. I got to make sure I don't crack a joke and go the opposite way. They are a top rock experience. The service is elite and on point. You understand how I feel about this place, but the service is where it starts. And then also they have the deals, Tasty Tuesdays, as well as Sizzling Thursdays. This is the place to be. Home of the steak on a stone, 755 degrees on that volcanic rock. It gets you together, man. It lets you cook it at your own pace, your own temperature. Everything you notice is about your own pace right here at Woodward Sports. But come on down to Black Rock, and they will make sure that you have a top rock experience.
Hey, guys, we like simple stuff, but we also like wicked awesome stuff. I've been watching this guy sitting in this chair right now, getting his shoulders massaged, his scalp massaged, and in like 20 minutes, the guy's going to look perfect, ready for the weekend.
Hey, haircuts and more.
We're talking Lady Jane's Kool-Aid. Open 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime. No, nothing needed up front. You don't need an appointment. You just walk in and you're ready to go. It's Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
Hey, and we back.
Best thing about a haircut, man, is like you legitimately, and I know I'm not the only person, you legitimately walk in as one person and leave as
yes.
another. Like, I don't care. Like, you can still feel great before the haircut. Everything can be going great. You can get a workout in. You know, you can have prayed or done your thing. Money could be coming in. But you get that haircut, and that switch just flips.
I'm
looking out to Anson's.
You even act.
I got my Wednesday, different. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh man, there he is. He's still there, man. I shave a few years off every time I get it.
You walk into Woodward Sports with a haircut, say, hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, you know, it's all right. Yeah, you know, I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll probably talk about K-Mac and a couple of hits he had and blah, blah, blah. You get a haircut, it's like, what's up, fellas? How y'all feeling? I'm feeling good, man. You know, the Pistons won again. Hey. You know, my Wolverines are playing, you know.
Or if Sweet Potato Cam is here, he's going to point it out and be like, man, your hair, just make you feel amazing about yourself. Like he does every day good, to everyone. I love your
I ain't got a lot to kick it, though.
You're the best.
You heard him. I ain't got a lot to kick it.
No.
Shout out to Sweet Potato Cam.
As real as it gets.
Kool-Aid, what's going on, man? Catch us up on Super Chats. Catch up on the conversation that is going on in the chat. We do not want to leave you guys hanging. Also, we asked you a question before the break. What do you want to talk about? It's Friday. We're chilling. Nobody needs to have structure, if you will. What do you guys want to talk about? Kool-Aid?
Yeah, definitely. And I will read off these Super Chats here. I think I'm trying to get caught up here.
Okay.
I see Bernie says, what I like and want to see is that we don't have to burn our bullpen for a good start if the bats can keep the pen fresh. Look, I think you might have read that one earlier, but you know what?
Yeah,
hey,
go right to Freddie Feltz, because I know we showed Braylon during the break at the Michigan Hall of Fame, and it sounds like Freddie got some information on that.
Definitely, I see it there. Freddie Felt 313, our guy, $4.99 Super Chat. He says, meeting Dennis Rodman at IndyCon tonight. The Worms jersey will be added to the Wall of Fame along with Caitlin Clark. I'm going to save the best for last. John Moxon, Jalen Rose, and Braylon Edwards. Shout out.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, you know Freddie Felt has.
Dennis Rodman.
He got his Wall of Fame in his house.
But wait a second, why is...
It's
his own Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
I missed that part.
And it's official, too, man. Like, if you've seen the picture, it's official. So, shout out to Freddie Feld, who's definitely a real one. And he's had a lot of this stuff before Woodward Sports was even a thing. So, to be able to see Woodward Sports help bring him that much closer to his passion and him be that much closer to us as fan, man, shout out to that guy for real, man.
No, we definitely appreciate Freddie Feld, man.
What is IndyCon?
Definitely one of those real ones. Say it again.
What is IndyCon?
Oh, he's from Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
But what are they conventioning? Indiana stuff? I'm being very honest. I like conventions.
That's a good question.
Is it like
That's actually a really good
stuff?
question.
Yeah, answer that one for us.
What's
in that chat?
Dennis Rodman's there, right? I'm just asking a good question.
The Worm?
The Worm.
Shout out to the Worm, man.
Worm, man.
Yeah.
That guy would stay if he got like defensive player of the game, came out for an interview.
Yeah.
It would take him an hour to get back to the locker room because he would sign every autograph they would allow him, and he'd even fight with the. Come on, Worm, we got to go. No, a couple more. Got to get this guy. Shout out, Worm.
Shout out to the Worm, man. And got one more in here, Nitty Gritty. Before I also read some breaking news here, Nitty Gritty through and 199 Super Chat. Shout out to
Good hanging out with Nitty this weekend, man.
Shout out.
He
appreciate the coffee.
He was here yesterday and fed all of us too.
2 days in a row.
Man, shout out Nitty.
He was at Wednesday and Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out, man. He says, pray for TA that he doesn't meet the DA.
Well played.
Shout out to the district attorney.
I got to read out Michael Wary real quick because he looked it up. Only 2 teams since 1960 have made it to the Final Four from the Big Ten.
I got you.
Multiple times, including 2000. But I think that's going to change this year. I think we'll see 3.
I think 3 has only been done one time, 1985.
76, 80, 89, 92, 99, 2000, 05, and 15.
I was looking for a different stat.
You clearly
was looking for a different stat.
Just gave me
because I definitely came out. I was like, it was 1985, and it was the Big East Conference. It was Villanova, Georgetown, and St. John's, and it was something different. But where we going with this Kool-Aid?
Yeah, definitely some breaking news here as it's reported. And I saw Dante151 also say this as well. Golf legend Tiger Woods was involved in a rollover crash just after 2 p.m. today on Jupiter Island. It says that the sheriff said that they're not really releasing any details in terms of injuries or any of that type of stuff yet. So I guess we will wait. Authorities say additional information will be provided as it becomes available, but no further details were immediately confirmed. And once again, details surrounding the circumstances of the crash, including the extent of any injuries, have not yet been released. But a rollover car crash for the legend Tiger Woods, and you don't like to hear him in car crash or anyone really like that.
Tiger, stay in the headlines, man.
Right. You definitely want to make sure that things are good. All prayers up to Tiger Woods, his kids, his families, hope all and everything, and everybody involved in the situation, not just Tiger. Everybody was involved in that situation. I had to get that out the way before we went to the jokes, because what you said is actually very true. But I want to make sure every time Tiger gets in trouble, like his car is around. Whether it was his woman beating on his car. Remember when he was trying to drive by and she found out about the 10 other women? The situation at the Genesis in California, what was that, 2021?
Yeah, it was a long
and then
ago.
So
it took him a while to recover.
Take a Uber.
Assume he was driving. You don't even know if the man was driving.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kool-Aid.
He's in a different class.
How could you marry Tiger Woods and expect him to not have 10 side chicks?
Yeah, like...
It's Tiger Woods, girl.
Billion starts with a B. So
now, speaking of billions, you know about Jupiter, right?
You know what comes with a billion.
Speaking of billions, you know about Jupiter, right?
It's also plural. Okay, my apologies.
No, you're good.
I do know Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah, that's a rich area. Makes Birmingham look small.
Tiger Woods, if you will. Where are we actually going? I told you, I left my notes over.
Talk to us, chat. Where do you want us to go? Yeah, we are going to be in Sterling Heights tonight. Everybody should know that.
Pistons won last night.
I was like, Kevin Huerter showed out.
Huerter.
4 of 7 from three-point line. Kevin Huerter. Also, he's replacing Duncan Robinson as the white guy for the Pistons.
He did. Duncan
What's
was out.
What's his nickname?
Red Velvet.
There it is.
Red Velvet, baby.
Shout out to Red Velvet.
Do you know that Red Velvet is just chocolate with red dye?
Yeah.
Yes. And yes.
It shocked me too when I first found out, but I found that out about a decade and a half
Doesn't
ago
it
once
seem
I
like
got married.
It tastes different, Kool-Aid?
I feel like there's something different. I feel like
too.
they're gaslighting me, man.
It's total gaslight.
God.
I'm still upset about that.
Ban that red dye.
I don't care.
Spoken by Sweet Potato, the man that brings in
Ban
raw
that.
vegetables for lunch every day.
Not a lot to pull from a game like this against New Orleans Pelicans. Obviously, they're not going to be a team that's going to be there. But, what did you pull out of this win, Kool-Aid? We're talking about this team trying to get as much experience and get as much on track as they can because the playoffs are right around the corner and their fearless leader still out for them, K Country.
No, I'm looking at guys getting more comfortable. I'm looking at guys getting into a rhythm as you get closer to the playoffs because last year you went into the playoffs and realistically anybody that Cade Cunningham wanted to depend on, he just couldn't. From outside shooters to even a pick and roll game, it just seemed like things weren't clicking or working the way that they had been comfortable with. Now you see the Pistons meet a little bit more, adversity than they met last year, and it's at a different standpoint now. Now you're the big dogs. You're the number one team in the East. You've had the expectations the whole entire season. And so to see guys like Danis Jenkins through this stint without Cade, unfortunate that he's out, stepping up and getting back to it because there was a little bit of a stretch there where some people started to doubt after he signed for the deal. But he's starting to adjust a lot more as it relates to, the pressure, the defense that's being applied to him. So when I see people like him, people like Kevin Huerter, Jalen Duren continue to go out there and almost put up the near triple-double. Those are things that I like to see because then when you add a Cade Cunningham back to the mix, who he's not going to take away from anybody else on this team. Even if he gets his 30, we already know he's a guy that's looking to go out there and to probe and to facilitate and to dish. So these guys getting more comfortable, these guys getting in their bag, these guys proving to themselves that, we can do our thing too. I think that goes a long way. And just to read off Kevin Huerter's stats, because we gotta talk about him, man. He got to start last night, 34 minutes, 22 points, 9 of 14 from the floor, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's been one of your best plus-minus guys on the Pistons for a while now. And he has been here just a little bit of time. But since that time, he's been one of your best plus-minus guys. The passing has improved. He's getting more comfortable on offense. He has a little bit more handle to his bag than I even thought. And I believe that this is what you want to see out of the Pistons right now at this stage. Obviously, you want to see them healthy. But if you can get Cade some rest, which he's already back in doing some light work, you can get Stu some rest. I believe this bodes very well for the Pistons. I really liked what I saw. Once again, shout out to the big fella, Jalen Duren.
Shout out to the big fella. And Anson, it's one of those things where it's not about who we beat or what the talent was. It's about what you put in front of us. And right now, the teams that are being put in front of the Detroit Pistons, the Pistons are knocking down. The Pistons are getting dubs, and they're stacking up and getting more and more experience as you get close.
Yeah, I've been fighting my Piston friends, just give Huerter some time, okay? Very creative handle. I'm glad that you brought that up, Kool-Aid. You saw that move to the basket where he one-handed it and went up for the reverse.
And the one before where he almost put somebody on the floor. Wanted him to shoot it. He was in Steph Curry range, but I was like, ooh.
Yeah. He's a very scrappy human being. If you know redheads, guys, they just have a temper and an angst that never leaves them. Shout out all my gingers out there.
Is this the year the redhead? I mean,
Redhead summer?
Sam Darnold started off with a Super Bowl win.
I'm just saying. I love it. He is going to be a guy that will probably win a playoff game for the Pistons this summer. Just one game where he lights up, puts up 16, 17 points. And I'm not saying he's the guy that paces us, but he's the guy that comes up with those timely shots, dives on the ground for a loose ball, things like that he's able to do. Shout out to Mr. Jenkins. Regained your D. Danis Jenkins. Now, there's something about this guy when Cade is not in uniform, Danis emerges. Like the man, Danis Jenkins. When Cade's out there, and I've been on a team where I'm not the guy and I'm playing with him and I got an open shot, but am I supposed to take this? Should I force this? Should I go to the rim? I mean, it's Cade's squad. When Cade's gone, there is no second guessing in Danis Jenkins, and I'm hoping that when Cade gets healthy, he maintains that confidence with the ball in his hands, even while Cade is in uniform. What we're seeing right now out of this team that a month ago we were worried that, hey, this team's been playing playoff-style basketball. What are they going to be able to dial up when they get to the playoffs? Because everybody else is going to start playing that physical brand as well. Maybe they're not going to last. They're going to, get hurt. Right now, we watch a game that we win without Duncan, without Cade, without Beef. They were pretty short-handed last night. No LeVert either, I believe. What they're doing right now with Herter being able to find his rhythm, being able to find a role, being able to start last night, Danis having this time to refine his post-contract confidence, this is what fuels you through the second round, through the third round, to get to a finals. You have to have role players that understand your style of play, that are unselfish and come in and make an impact the way we saw Herter last night. Welcome to Detroit, because I think all Pistons fans finally are wrapping their arms around you, Hurt.
1,000%. It takes a second, but, it takes a second to really catch on. Just looking at these teams right here, man, you see 7, 8, and you see 9. If it shapes up this way right now, the Detroit Pistons be playing the Orlando Magic without Kay Cunningham.
Woodshed. What do you guys want here?
That was the question.
Get them out of here.
What do you want, Bray? We're going to finish with that one seed. Right. Who do you want out of Charlotte and Miami? Because we've struggled with both those teams this year.
Miami. It's something about the young guns. Like I don't think Charlotte Hornets, as currently constructed, I do.
That guy's won some.
Yeah, Spo and Bam.
That guy's won some 8-seed stuff, man. To be honest with you, as much as I fear that emerging young three in Charlotte, I don't think that they have the maturity to win a 7-game series. Spo scares me.
I feel you on that, but I'm just looking at the Detroit Pistons. They're still a young team, too. It's not like that Charlotte team is an inexperienced team, and they're playing against a team with a lot of experience. Like, we know that we're a more mature team, much more mature. But those guys are running gun, man. And sometimes, like, what you don't know, you don't care.
I like
those young guys,
and they can shoot the 3, too.
Miami's kind of old.
Charlotte can shoot the 3.
Knipple, Miami doesn't have much. You talk about 7 games. I understand they do have Spo, but they don't have much outside of Spo.
Hero's not a superstar.
No, he's not. He's
solid.
He's a solid, cringy player. Yeah. And I think 2 things can be true.
I think the 76ers, now healthy.
Yeah, they'll be sneaky.
Embiid came back with a big night. 35-7-6 or 33-7-6 in his first game back.
I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it in the finals.
Well, a guy named Paul George.
Well, he ain't gonna get to the finals.
I know
he'll be good before the finals.
What I'm saying is I would not be shocked to
Hold on, did you say Paul George?
Yeah,
Paul George is back from his suspension. But listen, Paul George had put up 25 as well.
He better. He's on that super stuff.
They're gonna get back.
He's on that secret sauce that Doc always talks about, but the illegal kind.
I got to pick him up in my fantasy league. People were sleeping.
What does Doc say? It's the peptides.
So
and biologics.
And biologics.
Listen, don't sleep on the 76ers pushing Toronto into that play-in game. But the question for everyone: do you want the Knicks? Do you want the Cavs? It seems like everyone here is afraid of the Cavs, and I know everybody wants the Peasants. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point now where I just want whoever.
Okay.
Back when we saw
one seed mentality.
It's like if this team really is who they are, you know what? If somebody brings your dessert out first, take care of it. Take care of it. And that's where I'm at now. The old Pistons, when we saw them good, it didn't matter who stepped out there on the court. There were matchups, and you remember this. When we were good and we were climbing up, who did you want to face? The Pacers or the Nets? No, none of them, realistically.
Right, for real.
But you knew you had to go through them, so it was like, you know what? Bring it on.
Take them both.
And that's where I'm at now. It's just like, you know what? Why get mad when people say the Celtics could be better than the Pistons if I'm sitting here like, oh, man, I don't want to meet them early if it was possible. Why would I get mad if people say, oh, the Knicks and the Cavs or this? You know what? I'm just ready now. And so, obviously, there are matchups that people can say could favor one or the other. But realistically, this boils down to Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, And what we see, honestly, out of these role players, but that pick and roll is working based off of the production of the role players providing that space. I don't see any East team equipped defensively to stop the Detroit Pistons, whereas the Pistons defense has proven to be able to give fits to a lot of those teams and up at the top, including the Cavs, but I know that they're retooled. I know that.
The Keon Ellis for Cade Cunningham trade scares me more than the Harden one does, to be honest.
I'm going to be fair with you. I don't even know if the Cavs will get past that 4 or 5 matchup, if that's how it stays. The Hawks are for real as currently constructed. Getting rid of Trae Young was a little bit of addition, by subtraction. And people were saying that even beforehand. We knew for the last 2 years that they were looking to depart with Trae Young. And now that they have, it's allowed some of those other young players to blossom at the same time. Jalen Johnson, who they were trying to sell for cheap like a year and a half ago, is blossoming. I wish we would have bought him.
Only 2 teams concern me here. One that has concerned me my entire effing life.
The Boston Celtics?
Yes, sir.
The other,
and the Cavs.
Quickly on the New York Knicks, like that is completely a team to not ever have to worry about in this postseason. Like I understand.
I love you.
I understand. What you start listening who they are, what the names are, what the stats are. Like, but when you actually dive into who this team is, this team has no heart. This team is worrying about everything else except for winning. You see Josh Hart go after Stephen A. Smith.
Hey, talk about.
Did you see Josh Hart go after Brunson's butt?
So yeah, like I just think they're a team that the wheels are gonna fall off New York after this offseason.
Rebuild. I've been telling all of you New York Peasants fan on Twitter, Knicks Muse, all of you loser peasants.
Hey, right here, talk to him.
Get ready for the rebuild. The New York rebuild is downloading this summer.
The heat is on.
You will. What is that? Rebuild number 27 in the
No.
last 53
And
years?
look, they bought the pump fake. They bought the Mike Brown for head coach after it was like the 8th option. Nobody wanted them. When they got rid of Tibbs, I was like, what?
Oh, Mike was the guy, though, after they won the Emirates Cup. Now they want him
raise the banner.
Already.
They should have raised the banner. Now they're not going to be able to raise any.
I feel bad for Peasants fan because they actually think that their franchise works and that it's just about the players. No, it's about your peasant.
Look, when your organization tries to fight the fighter himself, Mr. Charles Oakley, it tells you all you need to know about your organization. I'll just put it that way.
You are not lying about that. You need to sit down, relax. Maybe you need a massage. Yeah. Maybe we should tell you about massage.
Elite transition, boy. Hey, look, you already know. Scan that QR code above my head to get a jump on this information. If you're looking to take your relaxation to the next level, it's only Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. They feature top-tier brands like Infinity and Osaki. You already know we got the Osaki right here in the studio. It's your destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at The Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House. Your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Buying a home or refinancing is a huge decision. And just like in sports, you need the right team behind you. That's why we're proud to welcome Supreme Lending to the Woodward Sports fam. As a full-service lender, they boast nearly 100% close-on time rate in addition to customer satisfaction score. But hold up, y'all. Here's the game changer. When you apply for an eligible loan, mention Woodward Sports and you will receive up to $500 off your appraisal. Best way to score this deal, call the numbers on your screen and talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today.
Most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Braylon Edwards Show. Today featuring Anson. And I just want to tell you we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us. It's been another really, really good week. And once again, this show can't go on without you guys. It's a give and take. So we appreciate you guys for spending your Friday with us.
Hey, close to that goal.
100%. And smash that like button.
Let's go.
Smash the like button, man. We know you like
out.
the show, but just show out. Show out for your boy one time, man. Show out for the crew. We definitely appreciate you. Any super chats, any comments, any texts, anything you want to read before we put a bow on this show, Kool-Aid?
Hey, I see Diam actually sent in a super chat here.
He wants somebody bad.
He won. He put he's been a Woodward crew member, subscribed for 2 months. Like not just a regular hit the subscribe, but like an actual Woodward Sports Chat member. Diam also $4.99 super chat says, let's talk. Pistons second scorer next season. CJ McCollum will be a wonderful signing, not too expensive. He truly believes that CJ McCollum will be signed by the Pistons next year. And as much of a Pistons killer as he is, no matter what jersey he dons, hey, you know what? I am not against that at all.
No, I don't mind that at all.
CJ McCollum. Yeah, he
the
got
right price, of course.
You know what? Speaking of CJ McCollum, he gave Duke the fits back in the day.
Business.
Shout out to Lehigh as they took down Duke that year.
I got to answer some questions here. Freddie Felt, it's the Squared Circle Expo. It's a pro wrestling convention. Rodman was Rodzilla. Rodzilla with the NWO. If you remember the WCW Monday Night shows from 1997 to 99.
That's what, IndyCon?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? That's actually pretty fun.
The match between Rodman and I want to say Diamond Dallas Page. And no.
DDP.
No, who was it? It was Rodman was with Hogan. He was with Hollywood Hogan, and Karl Malone was with DDP. Like that match was like, what are we doing? And then towards the end of the match, you're like, no, Karl Malone actually has like Karl Malone could have been a WWE entertainer. Like
so could Rodman.
Rodman could have been a personality. Like Malone actually was in there mixing it up, picking him up. Like he looked the part.
Like a wrestler.
He looked the part, and he would have been like one of those like JBL kind of heels too, where you're like, man, I hate this dude. Why you hate him? Just because I hate him. I don't know. I just hate Karl Malone.
I'm going to do something wild right now. Everybody who's watching.
No, keep your clothes on and don't run across the
Everybody who's watching right now.
That's what it sounded like.
I'm going to give you this little window. Whoever's watching right now, you don't have to super chat. You don't have to do anything. You want to go to Grand Slam, message me in the next hour. Anson at woodwardsports.com. I'm going to set you up with tickets. All right, guys. Also, shout out to everybody in the super chat who super chatted and the regular chatters. I can't read them, but if you guys want to go back through and read some of the Tiger Woods chats, it's probably worth your time. Please smash that like button.
You know what I like? Sweet Potato. Tease the list. This is hold on, I'll tell you. So we're gonna.
Hold on. I got some Cam's face, dog. He's ecstatic about this.
So we're gonna show this list, and we'll dive into it probably Monday when Shep comes back.
Give my guy his props, man.
But it was a great list. It was a great list done, and they featured the top wide receivers.
Give my guy his props, man.
I wish I was in.
So they got a lot of guys in here, 25-1. If you look closer to the top, you see your boy. But this is going to be a great list. I tell you who doesn't belong in here, who should be back, and if number one is the right or wrong.
And you're going to let us know where you would place yourself on this list too, right?
1,000%.
That's right.
1,000%.
I've met 6 of these humans.
5 is a great starting point.
I've met 6 of these humans hung out with, partied with 3 of them.
Okay, so that would be Golden Tate. That'd be
unfortunately
Roy Williams.
Nope.
I was
the
thinking
legend
Charles.
Chuck.
Well, first of all, you said 6. That was
6 with 3 y'all I partied with.
Yeah, I know Charlie, me, Golden.
Shout out Circus Kirkus as well.
So anyway, all right, that's a tease for next week. Drop that
before we get out of here, I got to show some love.
Go ahead.
Something new here in town. Michigan Arrows, I believe his name's Mike. They just made their first signing this week. Been signing a whole bunch of guys. They got their new coach in place. And if you want to be part of the team, they've got open player tryouts for the Michigan Arrows guys. Check them out. Got to show some love. We'll get those guys in here in a month.
I can't wait to see what they're going to do. I can't wait to see how this all plays out.
Wolverine,
once they get it going, I want to get them on and have conversations.
Hell yeah. Mike's been a great guy. What these guys are doing is they're taking the Michigan Panthers experience and making it more intimate in a smaller, cooler venue setting so that you really feel like you're part of the game. I think that's where the Panthers missed it. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the Arrows.
Let's rock
to the Arrows.
Yep, their first signing here, William Green Jr.
That's right, man.
Shout Nevada, University of Nevada.
Hey, he looked like a player too.
And you said Wolverine was this is his outfit, his operation.
Yeah, Mike. And I gotta say,
shout out.
I approve of the colors.
Yo, Jets,
green and white, baby. Let's go.
JETS.
That has like that it's a particular West Bloomfield High School.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mike, can you set up Braylon with some apparel because he looks so good in green and white. He said it many times.
It's just when he wants to consolidate yellow and blue.
You see this right here?
You didn't know I was in today. That's why you wore it. You used to wear green for me.
Well, it's Michigan's playing today. How dare I wear green?
Hey, come out and join us, guys, tonight. Yeah. Sterling Heights Art and Jake's, please.
Yeah, 1,000%, man. Art Jakes does a great job. I won't be there. Don't expect to see me, but everybody around this network is going to be there. I've been there once today. I was there.
Trying to hold my laugh.
I was there earlier today, so I showed up. I made sure everything was good. Played. I made sure things are getting set up, and everybody will be in town. I will tell you this though, it was crowded. For there not to be any games on yet, it was already crowded early on for the lunch crowd. So, but like I said a minute ago, man, we appreciate you guys for joining us all week long, man. We appreciate the show. Great work out of you, Sweet Potato. Great work out of you, my right hand, and always a pleasure to be on the desk with you, my friend. Good to see you. You guys enjoy the weekend. You can say it. Go what?
Go blue.
And go green. There it is. We'll see you guys next week.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.